My break's about to end, so I'm going to get this quick. So Madison Cawthorn has been eliminated from the primary. He was beat by some guy. I think his name was Edward something. Madison Cawthorn will serve out the rest of his term this year, but he will not be congressman for the next 2 years. He could run again for something else, but whatever. The same people who took out Madison Cawthorn are thinking to eliminate Lauren Boebert. Now I don't know if they're talking about this year because, to be honest, if you're talking about the primary, the primaries are this month. The 17th was just for 5 states. The other states are going to come quick. I know my state of Georgia's on the 24th anyway. Which is in let's see. Oh, 4 days. It's the 20th. Now I've had some mixed feelings about whether this shadowy group didn't do this because Madison Cawthorn wasn't taken out because he had this stupid position or that stupid policy. It was all because he embarrassed the establishment Republicans by pointing out that, hey, a lot of these guys invite me to cocaine orgies, and it's like, oh. Now, most of us on the left, as long as everyone's a consenting adult, they don't care. But Republicans, they're the traditional values party, so obviously they were like, oh, we can't have this. Now, I'm a little conflicted about the operation going after people itself, but I have no problem with people going after Lauren Boebert. And you got a lot to go with, but nothing that would actually cause Republicans to turn against him, because it was the gay stuff that he did, having the guy touch his crotch. I haven't seen the video and I'm not going to watch it. The Madison Cawthorn drive humping his cousin, dressing up, getting drunk and wasted. To be honest, I got nothing against that. Like, okay, whatever. I just think, like, you're a Republican and you're doing this shit. Like, yeah, but anyway. Lauren Boebert, like, I think the only thing that Lauren Boebert might be damaged by that Republicans may not approve of, especially if you're a traditional one, is the fact that her husband, like, flashed a bunch of two girls at a bowling alley. It's like, that is not the proper. But the fact that she pointed a gun at someone for saying that they'd vote for Obama third term, oh, they love that. Oh, the fact that she was disrespectful to President Biden when he was talking about his dead veteran son. Oh, as long as he's a Democrat, we don't care. Her being a Karen, her being homophobic to Pete Buttigieg, as if thinking that her giving birth at 16, dropping out of high school, and giving birth in a truck makes her more noble than some gay guy taking paternity leave. They like that. They love the homophobia. They love the Karenness. But if you dare go against traditional values, which should include flashing your husband flashing her genitals in public, like, who thinks that's okay? Or at least, what sober man thinks that's okay? Because I don't know if he'd been drinking, because I do think her husband at the time was all above the age of drinking, above the drinking age. I'm not sure. But if you're sober, what goes through your mind thinking that flashing your genitals, or was Lauren Boebert having a party face and she's like, I dare you to do it. I dare you to do it. And it's like, it'll be worth it because I don't fucking know. I don't know. But anyone who can, don't donate to this site, but I'm gonna say it. If you have any dirt on Lauren Boebert, pictures, statements she made, whatever, fireboebert.com or firelaurenboebert.com. I'm not sure. But I don't think Marjorie Taylor Greene's going to go, at least this time. But they knocked one off. This wasn't Democrats. This was Republican establishment. You know. Yeah. So I have mixed feelings about the organization itself because it could be turned against the left. Because just because you're on the left doesn't mean you're squeaky clean. Because, like, if I ran for office, oh, they'd find some things. Wow, there are things I've done in my past things I've done recently that I'm not very proud of. But it's good to see that Madison Cawthorn is not going to be in there. Like, I really was like, was he trying to do an FDR or at least from the movie Pearl Harbor, when he did that thing where he stands up, he pushes himself up like how FDR does, played by John Voight in the movie. I thought he was that was where my first thought was, but I don't know if he's seen the movie. This kid is younger than me, by the way. I'm 28. This guy's 26 right now. I don't know when his birthday is, but he entered office at 25, and now he's going to be leaving at 27. Is like he is the youngest. He's the youngest guy in Congress. Unfortunately, the first 90s kid in Congress, but he's the youngest person to be defeated. Like he hasn't even entered 30. He hasn't even got. He's not even in his 30s yet, and he's already a goner. But just because we get rid of Trump, and some people say, well, yeah, but if you get rid of the Trumpster, you're just going to have someone who's like less crazy but more competent, and they're going to be able to get things passed because who would you want to cooperate with? Some guy who's claiming that the 2020 election was stolen and conspiracy theories like QAnon or something, or would you rather have the guy who has the Mitt Romney, like the Mitt Romney of the party? And Mitt Romney is not a moderate; he's just a less dick version of Republicans these days. They have the same policies. Let's be clear. The Republican Party, they have the same policies: deregulation, tax cuts for the rich. They just have different ways of strategy. While the Democrats, we campaign the same way, but we have different policies. I wish we could just unite behind the Bernie wing of the party, but so yeah, Madison Cawthorn is gone, and the people that took him out said that Lauren Boebert's next. And while I will not donate to that website, I do wish them luck because Lauren Boebert is the Karen of their. Okay, Marjorie Taylor Greene is like the batshit crazy loon. Madison Cawthorn is like the party animal. Dude, bro, I'm like, yeah, I may be crippled, but like, I am so hip. And Lauren Boebert's just the Karen of the Republican Party. And Louis Gohmert's just the dumbest idiot. Matt Gaetz is like the dumbass. He's sort of like Madison Cawthorn, the dumbass wise guy who's never had faced consequences in his life. And please, people, don't get your hopes up. He's never going to jail. He's a congressman, and Madison Cawthorn could never hold elected office in his life, but because he was once part of the club, Madison Cawthorn could literally run someone over. See ya.